Hi everyone! A sparkly welcome to everyone who's new and an extra shiny welcome to everyone who's a returning viewer. Both of you mean a lot to me. And I really hope you're going to enjoy today's video because we're gonna be using sparkly glitter pens. Now, if this looks familiar, perhaps it's because I have used these pens before in my Sparkly Fish with Hats video, but this set is a pastel set, while this one is just a normal set. I don't own the box anymore, so I don't actually know if they had like a special name or not. But as much as I love sparkly pens, or really just anything that's sparkly to be honest, one thing I'm always complaining about with these sparkle pens, my old set, is that I think the colors don't work well together with each other. I think it's fine if you just use one of these pens, but if you try to only use these pens to color in the picture, it tends to get kind of dark and disharmonious. So I have high hopes for this new pastel set, and we're going to try this out today. Alright, so just before I start swatching these, I actually want to swatch these old pens so we can then compare the colors and the shades. So, going in rainbow order. Alright, so these are the old pens and the old color palette. I really hope this pastel palette is gonna look really cute. And I hope it's gonna be a lot sparklier than the old ones. Okay, so obviously they come in the same shape as the old pens. Not surprised by that. It's quite a nice shape. I like it. And at least the caps look like pastel colors. But for some reason the red is like still really dark. And also instead of a black it comes with a silver, which I think makes sense. But the red is... The red pen almost looks darker than the old red. But anyway, let's swatch them and let's see. So I'm gonna swatch them underneath their normal counterpart. And the red is a little lighter, but it's also not quite the shade of red I expected just by looking at the cap. The orange is basically the same. The yellow is the same. Well, I mean, the turquoise can definitely pass as a lighter green, which I'm happy about because that green, this green is so ugly. So I'm glad to have an alternative there. Blue is like very light. I get that it's a pastel set, but seeing this blue compared to these other colors, it almost looks like too light. But perhaps this could be really nice to like color in the sky with some clouds. It's a little lighter, but more than that, this is like a very different shade of purple. While this one, the basic set, is more of a reddish purple, this one's like way more blue. Like I'd almost even call it an indigo instead of a purple. But I quite like it. I really like blue, so I also much prefer blue purples to red purples. Then instead of a brown, this set comes with a pink. This one's actually really cute. I'm really glad it came with a pink. I love pink. But an issue that I'm already having is that these three colors don't work as well together as I would like them to. And the light blue is definitely like way too light compared to the other colors. And lastly, we have a silver instead of black. This one is also the only pen that specifically comes with a silver cap, like a metallic cap instead of just a solid color. I mean, switching out the black for a gray in a pastel set makes sense, but kind of similar to the blue, I think this one is a little too light. Like, if all the other colors match the blue and the gray, that would be amazing, but as it stands, those two colors are definitely the minority, and I wish they were a little bit brighter or darker. I've also already decided on what I'm gonna draw today, and it's going to be some ponies because it's been a while since I drew ponies. Alright, I decided on two little like butterfly ponies and the little flower in the background, which I'm just gonna use as my swatch sheet basically. Also have their like tails entangled a little bit because I thought that could look really cute. The sketching was done, the line art is done, everything's nicely cleaned up. It's still a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. So I did say I want to use this flower in the background as a little cheat sheet for swatches. So I'm actually gonna start with this and then decide what pony is gonna have what colors. So the first thing that I noticed is that these pens are water-based, but they still manage to swatch my line art a little bit, which should not happen and does not usually happen. The smudginess is very minimal, so I think it's fine. Okay, so looking at these colors that I have, I gotta say these three in the middle here are my favorites. I did call this one turquoise earlier, and I still think it's a very green turquoise, but perhaps mint is a better term for it. And I think I really want to color one of these two ponies' main body in this color. So I gotta think about what other colors go well with it. I think this is how I'm going to split the colors up, and I really hope it's gonna turn out well. Now I did say I want her body to be green, so that's the color I'm going to start with. I feel like right now she still looks a lot like Minty, but I hope when I color in her mane that's gonna change. I think I'm going to have to use two colors for her mane, and I think I do want her mane to be purple and orange. As much as I enjoy these pens, it's really annoying how the tips are like, I don't know, not really falling apart, but there's like constantly like fluff coming off of them, and I keep like cutting it off and wiping it off, and it just keeps coming back, and it's really annoying because there is still ink in those stray hairs. Okay, so the first pony is done, and I actually quite like how the colors look. All of the colors are like so nice and soft, and I can already see a lot of sparkles, so I'm really looking forward to shaking the finished picture in front of the camera a little, just so you guys can all see the sparkles as well. But for now, next I think I'm gonna color this pony's body in pink, and hope she's not gonna end up looking like human skin with a sunburn. Okay, I'll make her main color blue with like red highlights, which means then the wings are going to be silver and red. Not sure what I'm gonna do about the horseshoes, but that's a problem for later me. Something else that I also notice about these pens, and it's an issue that the basic set has as well, but even though these are water-based markers, they are not particularly moist or juicy, and yet they tend to rip up the paper really easily. Like if you just layer them twice, it already feels like you layered them too much. Like these pens eat into the paper really fast. So when you're using them, you kind of have to be mindful of this and try to avoid overlapping them as best as possible. So here's the finished picture. I love how the colors turned out. I think they look really, really pretty. Perhaps I love these pens a little, but let me try to show off the sparkliness of them to you too. I might actually say I think these are even more sparkly than the original set. It's kind of hard to get on camera though. Hold on. Okay, so I turned off the big lights, and now you can really see the sparkles. Like, look at that. It's so pretty and shiny. This is like way more sparkly than the other set. And I feel like every color is equally as sparkly. I can't stop looking at it. This is so much fun. Okay. I definitely prefer the pastel set to the basic normal set, but in case you were interested in buying one of these sets and didn't know which one, here's a little comparison. And for me, I think the pastel set is definitely much nicer. Like, even with my complaint of two shades being lighter than the other, I think the pastel colors just harmonize so much better with each other than the normal set does. And it doesn't have that really ugly dark green. And that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please consider to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you again next week for another video. Goodbye!
Bye.